Before we get into it, if you are new here, go grab the free 4M method guide. The link is right below in the description. It walks you through the whole framework so you are not coming into this lost, okay? As you guys know, I keep my notes, so if you see me like I'm reading, I have notes. Just bear with me, please. So last week, well, not really last week, but the week before last, because last week we had a pause, but the week before last, we took everything we have been carrying without language and finally called it what it is. The mislabeled wounds, the cycles, and now that it has a name, it is time to move on and start asking ourselves as a community, what will it take for us to start pouring back into ourselves and into each other? Because I feel like a lot of times we are so quick and want to jump into things and just want to fix. Oh, I got to work on this right now. I got to heal myself right now. All this type of stuff, which is cute and nice. But let me remind you, we have had certain things we've been doing for years, certain traumas we have had since we were kids, things that we have been experiencing for a very, very long time that we are trying to fix in 2 to 3 months. It does not work like that. It takes time. The moment we name something, the moment we give something a name, we want to solve it immediately, strategize it, get past it, move on to the next thing. That is survival mode. And that is where we are not going to be anymore. Okay? We never take the time to actually sit with ourselves, pour into ourselves, and build ourselves up in a way that pours. And that is what this video is about. This is Nurturance. This is the third step of the 4M method. Nurturance is, in essence, is the building of connection between you, the mind, body, and soul. So this video is going to be short because Nurturance is not about adding more to your plate like you already noticed, you named. I'm not going to be like pow, 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 pow. But it is about sitting with ourselves, becoming one with the body. It's about loving, pouring, giving ourselves and each other what we actually need. Nurturance is about connection. So Nurturance is not self-care, in my opinion. When it comes to the 4M method, it's not self-care. Self-care, more so for me, is like external work. You take care of the physical, the aesthetic, the appearance. And yes, it does help the internal. I'm not taking away from that. Because when you get your nails done, your hair done, that reflects internally. But if you are not doing the deep work, it would not matter. Because the moment those nails are gone, the moment the hair is not done, some people do fall apart and feel like, oh, I'm just not her. I'm not that girl. I'm not that bitch. And they feel down about themselves. Or sometimes people will have their hair and nails and stuff done and will still feel down about themselves. Sometimes it's not enough. So this is where Nurturance do come in. Nurturance is always feeling like her, regardless of if you have your nails done, regardless if you have your hair done, regardless if you want to rock the nice shit or you don't want to, whatever it is, regardless of the status, regardless of anything. When we talk about Nurturance, it is about being you, being that bitch, being her, whatever you want to call it, regardless of what you do or do not have. That is the connection between you and your body. That is the connection with you. Nurturance is the internal dialogue. It is the way we talk about each other, what we think and what we say when nobody outside of us is listening. A lot of us are not ready to face ourselves. Collectively, a lot of us are, making my eye look lazy. Collectively, a lot of us are not ready to see ourselves. It is like a lot of people know that they need to pour into themselves. They know they need to acknowledge themselves. But sometimes with awareness comes realization. And some people cannot face that realization. Sometimes we feel like we do not have enough time to focus on our healing because survival always comes first when you are surviving and when you are in that mode. Sometimes we know something is wrong, but we don't know what to do about it. And some of us do not know we need help because what has been normalized our whole life, you think like, okay, this is just normal. This is what Black families do. Well, this is what families do, or this is what the people around me have done for years. This is just how we love each other. And then that get passed down to our kids and so forth and so on. When I was younger, I don't feel like I was validated a lot. So when I got older, I went into the world looking for like that external validation. And in return, I lost myself in a lot of people. And I know I'm not the only person in the world that can say that. But learning for myself is like, nobody taught me that I am my own most important person first. A lot of women in my life put others first. My grandma did it. Her sisters did it. My aunties did it. And so I learned that people come before you, which is in return, like, I guess in essence, a sign of selfishness. But when it comes at the expense of you, that's when you really have to start reanalyzing things. People stay in relationships and say, well, you know, I love this person, but how much is this person loving you back? You'll be in friendships and communities saying, I love this, like I love being a part of it. I just want to, you know, pour into it. But what is it giving you? There's a spiritual law of divine exchange. You give something, you get something. But if you are always the one giving, you will always be the one empty at the end. Learning that if we are not strict with ourselves as people, nothing in our community will be aligned. That is what we keep passing down when we skip the nurturing part. A generation of children who never watch the people around them nurture their own internal dialogue. And in return, that teaches them not to nurture theirs either. They learn to look outward to the world, to people for validation. They look into like performing the things that they are supposed to be building inwards in our community together. Nurturance is such a revolutionary act for Black people. Systematic oppression and anti-Black stereotypes have historically fractured our community's connection to ourselves, to the mind, the body, the soul, by inflicting chronic generational trauma. They normalized survival mode. They made rest feel like it was dangerous. You can't do it. They made our emotional vulnerability feel like weakness. They made self-care feel like it is inaccessible. When you keep a people in survival mode, they do not have the capacity to pour into themselves. Again, when you keep a people in survival mode, they do not have the capacity to pour into themselves. They do not have the capacity to heal. They do not have the capacity to build from the inside out. So nurturance for us is not just personal. It is a returning to yourself after everything the world has tried to take away from you. It is decolonizing the inherited burdens we have been handed and coming back to our ancestral knowing of what wholeness actually looks like for us. Not what the West industry sells, what we were before the world told us who to be. It's like the world created this box and they excluded Black people from it. But what is wild is they love what we produce. They love our excellence, our trends, the way we move, the way we inspire. They want everything we pour out, but they don't love us. But what I am learning is we were never meant to be in a box anyway. Well, what I've been known is, one thing that I have always kept in mind is we were never meant to be boxed in no type way, in any type of way, because Blackness cannot be contained. It cannot be limited. For other people, the sky is the limit. Sure, we have shown time and time again how we go above and beyond every limitation set in this world. We do not fit their ceiling. We never did. So when it comes to pouring, you pour into yourself first. You pour into your community first. That is where it starts. So since we know nurturance is about the connection between the mind, the body, and the soul, I want to actually walk you into each, like the mind, the body, and the soul. So the mind is somatic release, and I feel like I'm saying it wrong, like somatic or somatic. It can, I don't know. But oppression forces the body into hypervigilance. I am super hypervigilant. I thought like, oh, I'm security minded. No, baby, you're not. Well, I am, but it goes hand in hand. Our nervous system has been on high alert probably for a majority of our lives, generations of it, and you cannot think your way out of that. The mind needs the body to come down first before it can receive anything. You nurture the mind through somatic practices, and these require zero equipment. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to take from yourself. It's basically just being intentional about your breathing, intentional about slowing down and doing it all on purpose. Telling your body it is safe right now in this moment as it is. Grounding yourself in nature, y'all go put your feet in the grass. I know a lot of people but putting your feet in the grass, hug a tree, get some sunlight on your skin, the sound of the world, the birds, the wind. It is lowering your heart rate through stillness instead of always being in motion. These suggestions are not something I want y'all to just skip over and be like, well, these are important. These are something that we all need, but we never take the time to realize it. We feel like it's not for us, but in actuality, it really is. Your nervous system can't tell the difference between a threat from 1965 and a threat from today. It just know it has always been on 10. That is why somatic practices is how we signal to our body that it is allowed to come off of that, I don't want to say high, but that level of hypervigilance and always being on 10, always being on alertness. It's about learning different practices, box breathing before you get out the bed. Inhale 4 counts, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, 2 minutes on. Literally, this is how you start the day in your body instead of ahead of yourself. Instead of already ahead of yourself. So that is the mind. The body is the movement and the nourishment. There is a stereotype, this expectation that has been placed on Black women specifically, that we are supposed to carry everything. The strong one, the one who holds it all together, the one who always is okay. And we have been doing it for so long that a lot of us do not even notice that we are doing it anymore. That weight lives in our body. It stores itself and it becomes generational. You return to the body through intuitive movements, not exercise, not punishing yourself through I gotta work out, Workout is good, I'm not gonna lie. Movements that make you wanna, stretch you, that shake something loose inside of you. Stretching on the floor just randomly. Well, don't be out randomly stretching on the floor, but in your house. Stretching on the floor with no timer, no goal, and just allowing your body to breathe, allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to be in the moment. Nourishing yourself with foods that are native to the Black diaspora is chef kiss. Okra, sweet potatoes, black eyed peas, you got collard greens, what else, macaroni, or you can have some healthy stuff too, but these are not just foods, they are ancestral memory. Your body always known these. They are not a trend, they are a way to return to yourself. Always stay healthy though. Then we move into the soul, which is ancestral connection. The wellness industry has monetized peace. They turned meditation into a subscription, made spirituality into an aesthetic, and sold us back our own traditions with the fucking price tag attached to it. I feel like that has quietly disconnected a lot of us from the soul practice that were already ours, that belonged to us long before they were packaged and sold and made aesthetically pleasing. You reconnect with your soul through things that do not cost you anything. Literally, storytelling, sitting with your elders, sitting with people in your family that are older than you, writing down your own stories, journaling. And none of this is for content or I need to pull out a camera. Just sit with yourself on paper and hear what comes out. Sit with the people around you and hear what comes out. Sit with the stories sit with the knowledge you have, sit with yourself and see what comes out. Songs, humming while you cook, singing in the shower, putting on music, of your grandparents' generation and letting it move through you. It is reflection, sitting in silence long enough to actually hear yourself and feel yourself and just be in that moment. Your soul knows the way home. It always has. It is literally always the one guiding you. But you always have to give yourself permission to sit in that moment and listen to where your body is taking you. Listen to where your mind is taking you. Listen to where your heart is leading you. Today, we just sat with something that can change the way we see ourselves, change the way we influence the next generation. And I think that is important for you to honor that. The fact that you are here, that you are showing up for this, that you are willing to look at yourself, that is already nurturance. That is already the work. A lot of times in life, we feel like we are behind. We feel like we are broken. We feel like we're not becoming. And we feel like, everything's taking too long. But learning now for myself, I'm learning that I am on my own time. I am on my own journey. So I'm not behind. A lot of times I do feel broken. A lot of times I do have moments of where I am dealing with a lot of my grief. I'm dealing with a lot of my shit. And I feel like, oh my gosh, like I'm only 27. I'm having to deal with all this, like things I have to heal. But that don't make me broken. And everything in life for me, I'm learning is a lesson. Everything that was sent to destroy me had made me into an even stronger and better person, but also beyond the strength, beyond the strongness, it made me more vulnerable with myself. It made me want to be more honest with myself. It made me want to love myself a lot more. Your becoming is for you. It's not for anybody else. You can become in so many ways, but you also have to know it takes time. We have years of habits, years of things that we have done, years of things that we have contributed to, generations of trauma that we have contributed to unknowingly and knowingly. But nurturance is where you take the time to sit with yourself and give yourself some grace. We noticed it. We acknowledged what we've been going through. We looked at the things that we've been through. We named it. We gave it a word. We gave it a sentence. We named it for what it really is. And now this is asking you to sit with it. You don't have to go out and be like, I got to fix. I feel like a lot of times in the Black community, we skip nurturing. We skip pouring into ourselves and we go into like, I got to get rid of this. I got to get done with this. Things take time. So take this time to pour into yourself. Take this time to love on yourself. Take this week to be like, you know what? I've been through so much shit. I've experienced so much shit. So I'm not going to beat myself down for pouring into myself the way that I need to pour into myself. So make sure you do that without apology. Make sure you be unapologetically yourself. Make sure you're putting yourself first. Selflessness is important, but in your life is about you. You cannot have an absence of you in your life. So if you are new here, I made a 4M method guide. Link is below. It walks you through the entire framework, all 4 steps, so you can move through the process with a lot of understanding, with a lot of, time. Give yourself some time. But if you want to go deeper on what we talked about today, I made a guide specifically for this video. Is available on my Gumroad account. It is built to walk you through the steps personally. Deep breathing, all of that with practices, prompts, and the space to actually, or allow you to create a space to do the work for yourself. The link is also below, but if you have any questions, drop them down below. The question for today is, what do I do for other people that I do not do for myself that I should be doing for myself? I'm gonna put mines in the comments, but I want to see what you guys have been doing for others that you don't do for yourself, because we're so easy to be compassionate to other people, but we'll always forget about being compassionate to ourselves. So next video will be navigated, step 4 of the 4M method. If this does resonate with you, share it with a woman in your family and in your community, someone you love, with anybody who needs to hear it. Ciao.